healthcare has been using additive manufacturing ever since 3D printing was invented, basically. The moment the tool was available, actually surgeons already started to use it, and now it's 1980s.
I use it for the patient and for biomodels and simulation. In other hand, we can print prostheses for patient, custom-made prostheses.
I guess that goes a long way back, and the earliest that I can remember is maybe 1992 when I was a graduate student at MIT. People were using 3D printing to make different types of parts for implants, maybe for drug delivery systems and so on.
Most of our work relates to regenerative medicine and tissue engineering. Our personal mission in life is to solve the organ shortage by using additive manufacturing to create replacement organs.
De hecho, el reto salió sobre todo porque los profesionales necesitaban recursos para su aprendizaje del día a día. Es aquí que comenzamos a indagar qué era lo más necesario y descubrimos lo que era la impresión 3D y la bioimpresión. Es muy importante para el profesional de la salud poder simular previamente antes sus intervenciones. Y esto es lo que comenzamos, simular, hacer modelos, de estos modelos salieron unas guías, unos implantables, en el cual nos permitía a todo el equipo preparar toda la intervención.
I am focusing on pharmaceutical industry where we make very unique dosage forms that are very difficult to make using conventional techniques. So we use 3D printing to make dosage forms that either disperse very quickly in the patient's mouth so that they can swallow the tablet without having to worry about it getting stuck in their throat. Or make dosage forms that have very complex release profiles that are matched to their, I guess, therapeutic needs, but they are very difficult to make using conventional techniques.
Basically, it's three main categories of products that we apply. First one is modeling. So we basically develop and produce modeling to mimic and to replicate structures of the human body. This is becoming more and more used by the hospitals to diagnose better the surgeries and plan better for the surgery applications. The second one is the cutting guides, so things related to help the surgeons perform better the surgeries. It means that all the guides that apply for bone cutting and cessation of different parts of the body. And the third one is the implantable patient-specific implants, what comes and stay inside the body. This basically is about titanium printing.
If you want to look very systematically, you can think about from outside-in approach. So outside would be anatomical models, exoskeletons, and more inside would be implants and eventually organs.
So the technology we're developing can also be used for many other tissues. Besides the lung, our focus is the lung, but you can use it for any vascularized tissue like skin, other organs, and it will impact the field more broadly.
De hecho, esto tiene un beneficio muy importante en tres aspectos. Primero, aumenta mucho la seguridad del paciente. Es decir, el paciente hemos visto que con la aplicación de esta tecnología está menos tiempos en quirófano, tiene menos dolor porque hay menos manipulación, menos riesgo de infecciones. Y para el profesional también tiene beneficio porque adquiere más experiencia. No solo aprende sobre la casuística de los casos que puedan venir, sino que podemos provocar todos estos casos para que los profesionales estén preparados para cualquier intervención que pueda surgir en nuestro hospital. Y el otro, evidentemente, es el coste-beneficio. La organización se beneficia, tiene un ahorro, aunque parezca mentira, pero tiene un ahorro muy importante porque lo que hacemos es una personalización de este servicio. Menos tiempo de horas de quirófano, esto quiere decir también podemos programar más intervenciones, menos visitas a urgencias por los problemas que pueden derivar las intervenciones.
Well, for the anatomical models, as I mentioned, basically is about the predictability of the surgery afterwards. So how can we plan better? How can we use the model to diagnose correctly a surgical situation? The cutting guides and all what is guiding surgery is to help being more precise on what is already planned. So what you go to the surgery, then you can exactly perform what you planned previously. And those are tools that every day more and more surgeons use in the day-to-day surgeries. And the last one, for the patient-specific implants, is clearly the customization. So you as a patient, you are not receiving a serial or a standard product. You're receiving your own product. And this is helping for the aesthetics, for the final outcome, and finally the quality of life of the patient, clearly.
3D printing really is a very different way of thinking, and it can really achieve a lot of goals that conventional manufacturing cannot achieve. First of all, mass customization. So think about if we want to achieve personalized medicine, 3D printing is one good tool to use to achieve that goal. And the other ways is complexity for free. Human body is very complex, and to manufacture devices to fit human body with that kind of complexity, I think 3D printing is a very good tool to have. And there are many, many other benefits from 3D printing, unique benefits.
So my company, Oprisha Pharmaceuticals, mainly uses binder jetting technology that uses a powder as a starting material. So you spread the powder and then use inkjet printing to selectively bind them. And it works very well for pharmaceutical industry because it uses the conventional materials that other pharmaceutical companies are very familiar with.
I use several options. For non-metals, stereolithography, FDM, and for metal, laser, and other technologies.
Now our floor for 3D printing manufacturing it has several brands of technology. We have 3 EOS machines. We have Stratasys, the latest one being the the J750. We have 3D systems. We have Formlabs. We have Rapid Shapes. We have Renishaw. So I think we have major brands in our floor, and we can produce from resins to polyamides to materials such as titanium, cobalt chrome, and many others.
So this is a core focus of our efforts. One is printing in new materials. So we're actually developing bioinks that contain human collagen that we make recombinantly. So that's a new development. We're also very focused on model generation and development. So procedural generation using mathematical rules so that the model can be changed at will as opposed to being a static model.
So for pharmaceutical dosage forms, we actually tend to use a very small subset of the capabilities that are available through 3-dimensional printing. So the dosage forms tend to be very simple in shape and structure. But what really makes a difference in the pharmaceutical applications is how you control the composition within a tablet. The structure can be very simple. It can be a simple core and shell, or some internal chambers that are surrounded by different rate controlling material. But in the grand scheme of things, compared to other 3D printing techniques that are being used, pharmaceutical applications tend to just rely on very simple concepts.
In 10 years, I think I will look things in 2-year steps. I think every 2 years I am expecting to see exponential growth in the industry. And also, as 3D Hill's mission statement, we really want to see acceleration of adoption of 3D printing in healthcare. So if we have succeeded as a company, then hopefully the exponential growth would happen.
It's clearly the link and the convergence of technologies of 3D printing and bioprinting. So what will happen in the next 5-10 years is that we will reproduce natural and live structures. And this is the next challenge that I see really happening in the next years for 3D printing.